Victoria, and today I am making red tamales with pork that I know that you and your family will love and will enjoy, especially for the holidays. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. These are my ingredients for my red tamales with pork. I have chicken bouillon, salt, garlic cloves, bay leaves, chilies. I have California and guajillo, 1 whole onion, corn husks, masa for tamales already prepared, and I have my pork meat. I am so ready to start, so let's get started and prepare these delicious tamales. Okay, my friends, I'm going to start with my meat. I have washed and cleaned completely. I have 2 big pieces. I'm going to cut them in half and then in small pieces. As you could see, the meat is nice and tender and it's nice and lean. We want to try to use lean meat when we are making our tamales. We don't want to have too much lard or grease on our tamales. This is the way I cut them, about 2 to 3 inches per piece. Look how this looks. So that they cook evenly and it doesn't take too long for them to cook. Okay, I will continue cutting the rest and I'll see you back. I have everything cut in small little pieces. I'm gonna add my garlic cloves, my bay leaves. I try to distribute them, and I'm going to add my table salt, my half an onion, and now I am ready to add the water. Okay, everything's in here. I'm gonna cover it and let's go to the stove. Okay, my friends, I have everything in here. I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna let it cook for just 1 hour until the meat is nice and tender. I have warm water. I'm going to add my corn husks. I'm gonna submerge them into the water so that they get nice and tender, nice and manageable, because you know that the corn husks are very rough when they're dry. That's why we introduce them into the water. Look, they're not manageable at all. They're gonna be here until I am ready to make the tamales. I'm going to start with my chilies. I like to start opening them from the center and getting all the seeds out completely. Just make sure that you open them and you take all the seeds out, because after we take the seeds out, look, let me show you. Sometimes they stick to the walls of the chilies. So just make sure that you take all the seeds out and just reserve them in this little plate. I'll continue cleaning the rest and then I'll show you the next steps. I am ready to rinse every chili. Make sure that you rinse them very well and you remove the seeds from it. I like to get one by one and just clean them very good just from the center. Look, I'll show it to you so you could see how this looks. When I say each one, is just to make sure that you remove all the seeds. And I do this with every single one. I have all my chilies nice and cleaned. Now I am ready to add them to my blender. I'm going to add the chilies, add the garlic cloves, and to this I'm going to add my chicken bouillon. Okay, I am ready. Look how delicious this looks. Okay. Okay, it's been cooking for about 1 hour. It's nice and tender. I'm going to start taking the meat out of the liquid so it could cool down a little bit so I could shred it. So I'm gonna get everything out and then I'll see you, my friends, in a little bit. I have all my meat here. I'm gonna let it rest for at least 30 minutes so it's nice and cold and I could shred it. I have my meat broth here, which I'm going to use for my sauce. I'm gonna add it to my blender with the red chilies and I'm gonna use this broth. This broth is gonna give such a delicious flavor to the salsa. And I'm going to add some onion. Okay, let's go blend it. I am ready to blend. I have everything here. Let me show you how this comes out. It's nice and thick. And this is the moment where you're gonna taste and see if it needs a little bit more salt. Remember, salt is to taste. Okay, I am ready to add my meat. Look how delicious this sauce looks. I have my masa here. I like to add a little bit of the sauce, 4 or 5 tablespoons, just to give it that delicious color and delicious flavor. I'm going to mix completely and look how the results come out. The masa is nice and red and it's ready. I have my meat here. I'm going to shred it completely. And let me show you when everything is nice and shredded and I am ready to add it to my salsa. This takes time, my friend, but this really gives such a nice flavor. I have all my meat nice and shredded. I'm going to add it to my salsa. Look how I incorporated completely. Now I am ready to start making my tamales. I have a parchment paper. I'm going to show you what kind I buy. And I'm going to start with my corn husk. You know that one side is very rough and the other is very soft. We're going to use the very soft side to add the masa. I try to use a spoon so all the tamales come out the same size. This is how I spread the masa on my corn husk. I'm adding my meat and I'm going to just wrap it all around, and then I'm going to wrap it with the parchment paper very tight, the seam down, and I'm going to show you one more. Remember, one side is rough, the other is nice and soft, and this is where we're going to add our masa. I'm going to spread it. You could do it with your fingertips, you could do it with the spoon, and then you add your filling, as much or as little as you want. And I always add my parchment paper just to make sure that nothing comes out while it is cooking. I'll continue and I'll see you back. I added some water to my pan and I'm adding my rack. I am ready to add my tamales, organizing them one by one. I'll show you when I am done, my friends. I am done. I'm going to cover them and I'm going to take them to the stove. Okay, my friends, I'm going to cover them and I'll see you in about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to let them cook, high heat, and I'll see you back, my friends, because I want to taste these tamales. My red tamales are ready. I can't wait to taste them. I'll see you, my friends, in a little bit. tamales, pork tamales. I can't wait to taste it. But this is the part I love, I enjoy, and I really look forward tasting my recipes. I am going to combine my tamales with the hot cocoa, and I hope that you could combine it the same way I'm doing it here at home. Let's see how this came out, my friends. They are very soft, very tender, and let's see how they came out because my mouth is already watering. Let's see. This looks delicious. Excuse me. The tamal melts in your mouth. It's so delicious and so tender. Excuse me. These red tamales are perfect for the holidays. My friends, I hope you could make them at home. Enjoy them with your family. Take them for family gathering. For the holidays, your family and your friends will enjoy something delicious made at home. If you liked and loved my recipe, please don't forget to subscribe. Give me thumbs up. Share my video on social media so more people get to know Cooking with Gloria. Don't forget to push the notification bell so every time I make a new recipe, yes, my friends, you are notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying my red tamales. Bye-bye.